Check, check, check. Hello, can you hear me? Check, check, check. 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 Good morning. Good almost afternoon. All right. So take a moment and check in. Feel your feet firmly on the ground. Take your gaze looking forward or inviting your eyes to close. Pick your shoulders up and take them back and down. Lift your toes up. Feel yourself rock back a bit and then set them down. Focusing on your left side body. Allow your attention to focus on your left foot, left leg as you inhale up the left foot and leg. And for this moment, don't be concerned with your exhale, just letting the exhale go. Trying to bring that breath further up the left leg through the torso, up to the top of the head. Then we're going to bring that breath all the way up from the foot, through the leg, torso, to the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, press the breath over to the other side, just over to the other side of the crown. Using sensation, not your eyes. And Now we're going to try to press the breath back down the right side. So the breath is going to come in through the foot, up through the left side of the body, press it over and down and out the right side. So you're flossing your body with your breath. Now we're going to reverse it. Inhaling up through the right side, bring it all the way up, crossing over and down through the left side. Take one more breath with that breath pattern. And now you're going to inhale through the crown of your head and draw your breath down to about your hips here. And let the breath go on the exhale. So you're inhaling through the crown of your head and then letting your breath go. Now we're going to add on, so you're going to continue inhaling through the crown of your head to your hips. And then you're going to exhale out both legs, out your feet into the ground. So inhale through the crown and down to the hips. Exhale from the hips through the legs and feet into the ground. Feeling your feet plugged in, grounded, connected. And let attention to your breath practice fall into the background. Let your breath return to its natural cadence. And bring your attention to your heartfelt desire. That deep inner knowing that life is living you with meaning, purpose, and value, and believing it to be true here and now, a declaration for your life. Then allow your attention to move to your inner resource, that place of well-being, comfort, joy, peace. And your words don't have to be my words. They can be your own words. Let your words substitute my words. And then allowing your attention to rotate to your intention for your practice. What is it you wish to receive during or as a result of your practice? Perhaps it's something you've been working on. Perhaps it's something new. Place it in a statement of positive intent and repeat it to yourself a few times. And then we're going to sweep the arms up. Take a big inhale. Again, clasping that intention, clasping whatever it is you need in this moment and drawing it down into the heart space. Allowing the blood and the intention to be pumped through your veins, into your tissues, into the whole being. And we're going to sweep those hands up one more time. Prayer hands, and bring it down. And release the hands down. Step your feet out. Reach your hands up. And we're going to grab hold of one of our wrists and pull ourselves up and out. And come to center. Let's open out and back. Taking it back. Bringing it back up. Grab your other wrist and move to the other side. Release. Bring your hands back out, back behind you. I'm going to do that one more time. Lift it up. Wrist over. Opening up, try cactus arms, hands go back, elbows go forward. Place your hands out, back behind you, and bring it back up, and we'll do the other side. So coming on over. Come on up, take it out, cactus arms. Release your hands back and down. If you can take your hands further back to get a bigger stretch through the arms and chest, that's great. And then release it down. So we're going to bring your arms up, big circles, take them back. So just range of motion. Bring them up, and you can round, open, round like you're trying to touch your shoulders, the front of your body. One more like that, and forward, round, and at this point we're going to turn and twist and bring it up, and we'll twist to the other side. Good, bring it up, take an inhale here, exhale, twist, hold it and breathe. Come back to center. Take an inhale. Exhale. Twist. Inhale and exhale. Come on up. And bring your hands down to the side. Nicely done. So from here, we're going to move into a standing cat-cow, and I'll turn a bit to the side, and we're simply sitting our bottom back, hands are to your thighs. You're going to pull the chest forward and lift your tailbone up, and then you're going to round out, so bring your chin to your chest and tuck your pelvis. And lift yourself up, and tuck yourself in. So syncing it with your breath, inhale forward, exhale back, inhale forward, and exhale back. Come back to neutral spine, take an inhale here, exhale, come forward, inhale, round back. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, come back. Release the breath. Hold your Hold your chair pose here. Let the thighs work a bit. Good, and bring those arms up. And we're gonna sit back to chair. So arms are gonna come forward, a little higher than your shoulders. Sweep your arms down and come on up. And again, come down to chair, hold chair. And release and sweep those arms up. And here we are, stay right here. Can you lift a heel? And set it down. And lift the other heel. Nicely done. Set it down. And come on up. Extended arm, hands to the sky. And then we're gonna sweep those arms out to a circle, and you're gonna come on down. And we'll start just with a halfway lift. So nice and gentle, stretching that back body. Bend the knees, look forward, sweep those arms up. And here we go again. So you're gonna come on down, halfway lift or forward fold. Rather, halfway lift, not forward fold. Perhaps it's a little deeper. Bend those knees, look forward, sweep those arms, come on up. Okay, this time we're gonna work with forward fold. So the extent of your range of motion, you're reaching towards the floor. Perhaps you're letting your head go, dangle, relax. And we're gonna bend a knee and bend the other knee. And try that again, bend a knee and bend the other knee. Bend both knees, looking forward, sweeping those arms up, hands to prayer, and bringing it down through heart center. Nicely done. And gently release. I'm going to turn, and I'm going to face in this direction. So we're going to sweep those arms up. We're going to exhale, take an exhale here, come forward, forward fold. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, and we're gonna take the leg that's closest to me, and you're gonna step it back. Drop down into a nice lunge, so you're in a high-low lunge. Very good. Step your other leg back. Drop your knees, flip your toes, and lower down. Lift up your chest and your chin, and you're looking forward. And then we're gonna flip those toes, and we're gonna come on up into down dog. Walk it out here. So the first down dog, you can always tell in your body where you are tight, because it will show it to you. And take your leg that's furthest away from me, step it forward, so you're back into that big lunge. Grab hold of it, bring it forward. There you go. All right, so slowly. So think about yourself, inching yourself forward. Drag that leg forward, the other leg. You're in forward fold. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, sweep those arms out, describing a big circle around your body, radiant energy, and hands to prayer. A little upward salute with a back bend, and draw as much energy, healing, love, light into your heart that you need. All right, let's sweep it up. As you exhale, come forward, forward fold. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor. Now take the leg that's furthest away from me, step it back. Now here we are into lunge. Let the hip open, breathe. And place your hands to the floor. Step your other leg back, a little plank here. Drop your knees, flip your feet, slowly lower. Inhale, come up, baby cobra. And then we're gonna come back down, flip those feet, come up into your second down dog for your practice. And remember, we're working with the leg that's furthest from me, and we're going to step it forward. You can be in another split leg stance. Yep, grab it and bring it forward. Okay, now you're gonna straighten that leg that's bent and think about your back leg. Slowly drag it in, forward fold. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, come on up. So with upward salute, your fingers can be steepled, expand your ribs, get a nice big back bend here. And come back, hands to prayer. Bring them through the center. And we're gonna lift those hands up once more, describing a big circle, bringing in all the love, light, energy, healing that you need, drawing it down into the body, letting it move about wherever it's needed. Okay, sweep those hands one more time. Inhale them up. Exhale, come forward, forward fold. Inhale up, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take your leg that's closest to me, step it back. So you have the opportunity to do high lunge. You can also set your knee to the floor and lift yourself up. This feels okay on your knees. And you can drop that pelvis forward. So the body doesn't lie, does it? Okay, now come on out of it. And we're gonna lift it up. And you're gonna step the other leg back into a nice plank. Holding plank, plank, plank. Drop the knees, flip the toes, lower down. Come on up. You can do baby cobra, full cobra, or up dog. And come back down. Let's flip those feet, press back, down dog. Doing something different in this down dog, step your feet wide as your mat. Press your hips toward me. And press your hips away. Come back to center. Bring your feet back to center. Look at your hands and walk up to your hands. So we're not going to make that big lunge step. Into forward fold. Inhaling up, halfway lift. Come back to forward fold. Bend your knees, looking forward. Sweeping your hands up. Come on up. Upward salute. And releasing, bringing the hands down through heart. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. So inhaling, hands coming through that 8th chakra. You can swan dive forward. Forward fold. Inhaling up, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Leg that's furthest away from me steps back. Nice big lunge. Drop the knee, flip the toe, come on up. And once you're in the position and you've negotiated where your knee is, you can come forward with the hips. Nicely done. Okay, so we're gonna come back up and step the other leg back, holding onto your plank. And we're gonna drop those knees, flip those toes, and lower down. Lifting up, little baby cobra. And instead of moving into down dog, we're gonna press back into child's pose. So you're gonna come on up, press back through into child's pose. And come on up. We're gonna move into using inner thigh stretch here with a blend. So I'm gonna push my thing forward. I'm gonna take my leg that's closest. So you're gonna take your leg closest to me, take it out, and then you can sit back into a single leg child pose. And come on up, and then we'll try the other side. So the leg that's furthest away from me, take it out to the side and sit back. And come on up. So I'm going to change my direction here. So I'm going to be facing you on all fours, and we're going to work the hands. So we're going to flip those fingers to face our thighs, and we can lean back, stretching out the forearms. And then we can flip them around, and we can go onto the backs of the hands and straighten the arms. And then I'm going to release that, and then I'm going to flip my toes, and I'm going to sit back to my toes. So we're stretching out the fascia in the bottom of the feet. And then to get the top of the foot, you can draw the foot forward. And then try the other side. Nicely done. Okay, so from here we're going to try a gate pose. So we're going to bring the leg out to the side. And you're going to come on down onto your hands. And we're looking for good, foundational alignment. You're going to reach your arm up to the ceiling. Come over. So you're reaching from the top of your hip all the way up to your elbow. There should be a good stretch there, fingers included. And now we're going to turn and sweep the hand. Nice and slow. And turn. So we're trying to open the tissue between each of the ribs, the intercostal tissue. And now go the opposite direction. So you're coming up. Perhaps you're opening your chest. And the circle gets a little wonky here. Think amusement park ride. And one more. Nicely done. So we're gonna come to center, sit on our forelegs. So this can be very tight, and it can feel quite intense through the tops of the thighs. you can take a bolster, a block, a pillow, and you can put it underneath or between, you know, your thigh and your calf. Where is your breath? Are you holding your breath? Of course we are, because it's intense, right? So breathe to it and try to relax the mind. All right, and come on up, standing on the knees. Get out of that pose. Let's take a breath. And exhale it out. We're going to go into gate pose on this side. So you're going to come on down. And again, watching the structure. So we've got good support. And then you're going to bring that arm up. And bring it over. And then we're going to move through reach. We're doing roughly 3, and now we're going to go opposite direction. So you're going to come around, sweep that arm down. Perhaps you make it a bigger non-circle. And you've got one more. To sit. Now if it's hard for you to sit to the floor, then we take bolsters or support and we place it underneath our hips. So it's much easier to sit on the floor on a bolster in your hips than it is to not. So if you've got tight hips, this is a better position for you to be in. Does it help? Help okay? Okay. So typically what happens when our hips are really tight, the knees come up, right? Because there's a lack of stretch in there, lack of stretch. Yeah. So you can either sit, you know, like easy pose like so. If you have a bigger bolster, you can drop the legs down onto the floor, and it helps to really open hips there. It feels okay. Everybody's all right. Let's go ahead and work side to side motion. So we're gonna come on down and bring that arm across. And then try to reach to the corner. So we're getting a low back stretch here. And then bring yourself up, and we're gonna go to the other side. So come onto the forearm, maybe just the hand. And bring that arm across. And you may notice one side is much, much tighter. And then we're gonna go to the corner here, reaching. Up. So I'm going to come off of this and I'm going to switch my legs. So we always have a dominant and a non-dominant, right? Okay. So we're going to try a twist a little bit more. And come through center, and let's go to the other side. Come back. So we're going to hang off of the knees and around the back, bring the chin to the chest. on up. And you're going to put your hands back behind you. Like in Pilates, it's called cupcake hands or spider hands. So your hands you're on your finger pads, but you've got your hands back behind you. And you lift the chest, lift the chin. And gently release. So we're gonna come around and we're gonna move on to our back with a little bit of an inversion. So a shoulder stand would be comparable to maybe an exclamation point. I want you to think about the shape of a question mark and put your body in the shape of a question mark. And it's gonna look something like this. You're gonna come up and you're gonna support your backside. Question mark. Yeah. So toes are going to the ceiling. You got it. Now you can try exclamation point. And then come down, question mark. And then slowly lower down. Put both your feet on the floor. And we're gonna drop our knees in one direction. So you're gonna drop your knees away from me. And come through center and drop the knees toward me. And come back through center. Bring your knees up one at a time. Give yourself a big hug. And we're gonna move into a rock and roll. So you're gonna rock and roll, massaging your spine. And we'll go a couple of times. Do stay off of your neck and the back of your head. So it helps if you give yourself a little push off. And then rock up and down. And do one more here. And then we're gonna take the legs up the chair. So you're gonna bring your legs onto the chair and slowly lower yourself down. So my heart rate monitor says my heart rate is 107. $68 for Tim. Dolores doesn't have a heart rate. If it feels okay, we're going to slowly make our way off of the chair, off the legs up the chair, and onto the bolster for the modified fish pose. And scoot yourself back. And then take your bolster. And we place it up against the backside, center, and then slowly lower it down. And if you're tight across your chest, in your neck, you can put a block, a pillow, a towel rolled up underneath to help with any tightness you may be experiencing. Slowly come off of the bolster, and you can lay on your back, you can bend your knees, feet on the floor, or lay on your side, whatever your favorite position is for rest pose. There's no right or wrong. You're going to take a long body stretch, wiggle your hands and your toes. And if it feels okay, you can come up to seated. We'll do a little breath practice before we leave. If it doesn't feel okay, just stay resting until the end. You can come up, you can sit in a chair, sit in your bolster, and we'll work a little bit on vagal toning. So counting the beats of your breath, we're looking at our inhale and our exhale to see where we're at. And there's no right or wrong, we're just simply observing the breath. What we're looking to do is we're looking to get the inhale to the count of 4. And then we're going to work on the exhale. And we'd ideally like to have our exhale to be twice as long as our inhale for this to be a calming, soothing, toning breath. So work on the inhale if you're not at a 4 count. Like when you were a kid, if you learn 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, that kind of idea. Getting the breath to 4. And if you're at a 3, and you can increase by 1 second, but I don't recommend increasing more than 1 second increments for your inhale or your exhales for that matter. Once your breath on the inhale is at a 4, and we're going to start working with the exhale. So at a minimum, we want our exhale to be 4, and then we'll increase it to 5, 6, 7, and 8. And when you finish with your next exhale, allow the breath practice to end. Allow your own breath to continue in its natural rhythm. And take a moment to notice your thoughts and the quality of your mood. If you let inner resource go, bring it back online. Keep it with you throughout the day, knowing you can return to it at any time you need a temporary temporary timeout or a break. Recall your intention for your practice. You can keep it with you too, or you can let it go if you feel like it's fulfilled. And affirm to yourself once more, life is living through me with meaning, purpose, and value. And let's bring your hands up to prayer and draw your prayer hands to your heart, bowing your head to your heart. It is with great love, honor, and respect that we bow to our heart, our inner teacher. Hands to your third eye. I pray you know your blessings. To your lips, I pray you taste your blessings. To your heart, I pray you feel your blessings. Namaste. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.